You ever have one of those little jobs you never get to? They're an annoyance. Well, that's what we're doing today. What we've got here is this pile of river rock that we bought a couple of years ago. And when they dumped it, they actually dumped it in the middle of the road, but we've used a lot of it. So there's this probably 1/4 of a truckload left, maybe less. Now, I don't know what we'll do with the rest of them, but you always have a need for rocks that drain as you're doing buildings and stuff. So there's no sense of just incorporating them in the driveway. The main reason we bought them was to put here alongside the mega shed, and there's a pipe running through there, and that pipe takes water that comes off the runoff of this shed and goes all the way down to our pond, which is on this side of those pine trees. And those rocks worked out really well for that, but we bought too much, so then we did another project with them. After we had this house built for my parents on the property, we did a couple little French drain ideas in the front to catch the water coming off that dormer there that was washing out. And then also to dress up this side of the house, we put down some rocks, and that also has a pipe in it that takes water around the edge of the house and down the hill. We're on about a 5-degree slope here. Pretty much our whole property from the high side to the low side is 5-degree slope or more. You always have to think about drainage. You always have to think about how to move water. And we've captured as much water as we can. You can see the gutters on the mega shed behind me. And all that water goes to the pond and helps keep the pond full. But getting back to today's job, I set this up to use a wheelbarrow, but my wheelbarrow is full of other stuff. So here's the system I'm gonna try today. I built this simple rock screed out of 2x4s and some rat wire or hardware wire. But what I think I'm gonna do today is take these rocks, throw them on top of here, and let the sediments, the sand, and the little rocks go through the mesh, go into this bucket. I'll dump them on the driveway, and then the big clean rocks will roll right off here into the bucket of the Kubota. What I'm trying to figure out is the right angle to get the Kubota bucket under the Summit bucket. All right, you see what I'm trying to do here? I'm not sure if it'll work. We're gonna give it a shot. Miss Piney Grove showing up just in time to do some shoveling.
I knew I should have gone all the way around the property. I took a shortcut so Bella could get a drink of water. I took a shortcut. It's cost me some labor, which I don't mind, but the man gives me gloves with holes in them and my hair is not pulled up. I get no notice at all.
All right, let me know when you think rocks would fall into the Kubota bucket.
I'd go a little further.
Yeah, let's get closer to the pile, right?
More of an angle might be better.
Like that?
Yeah, I do that.
We're just trying to minimize how far we have to move the rocks. And she's exactly right. She had no idea what I was doing today, and I saw her coming around the corner, and I shanghaied her.
Yep. See, Bella, if you weren't thirsty, we'd have been able to go around and miss this. If you've been watching our videos, last time we shoveled chippings, chippy chippers. This is not going to be as easy as chippy chippers.
She's talking about wood chips.
Yeah.
I don't know what she meant by chippy chippers.
Chippy chippers. Wood chips made by the wood chipper. Every time I think of the wood chipper, I cannot get the rhyme. How much wood could a wood chip chip if a wood chip could chip wood? That's how my mind works. It's a little scary, isn't it?
I'm kind of wondering why you don't have this done yet.
These are not wood chips. Oh my. I really did wake up today and say, my back hurts. So it's not light or fun or quiet.
You ever see a two-man job and you try to be the third? That's what I'm trying to do. I see a one-man job and I'm trying to be the second.
I don't think that made sense.
It means I'm trying not to work. So you see how we interact if you're new to the channel. We actually had a comment on one of our older videos where someone said, can you sense the tension between you two, the two there, which was me and Deb? And this is just the way we operate. We're kind of just on each other a bit. For this to be really cool, we'd put a spray bar right here and we'd wash them, and then we'd have really, really clean river rock.
What'd be really cool if somehow we could scoop this with a tractor bucket and put it into a sifter and not shovel by hand.
That would be really nice.
I think that'd be extra cool.
That ain't gonna happen. And you manufacturers out there that have a automatic sieve, we are your channel.
Did I complain about the blister on my hand too? So the blister on my hand and my backache,
There seems to be a lot of complaining going on in this video.
I'm just making sure that people know what a team player I am.
I sense some tension.
And then I'm working with injuries.
So I say this is working, but I don't think it's working great. We're gonna get through it though.
If it's not working great, why are we doing it?
No, I mean, it's cleaning the rocks, but I think that we need to tilt the bucket on the summit a little more because to give the rocks more time to clean on the way down.
Tilt away, mister.
While we are shoveling, Bella, the mascot of Piney Grove, she decided that she's gonna lay in the shade.
So who's the smartest one? Bella.
Do you wanna lay in the shade?
Yes, I kind of do. Looks more fun.
We got Deb trying to do some ciphering here. I think she's just trying to get out of work.
No, I'm trying to work smart, not hard. So I'm wondering if we could take a scoop of rocks in the bucket and then take a hose and wash them. And then when they're washed, to kind of scrape them into the other bucket. And then maybe the dirt would be on the bottom of the bucket of the first tractor. So not screed them so much as wash them.
So I think all that would work, and there's probably a million ways to do it, but it's a relatively small pile. I think we just kind of power through it.
It doesn't feel small anymore. No tension, I just don't agree.
I sense some tension.
I would like to try my method because I think it would work in a fraction of the time.
So if you're buying river rock for projects like this, try to get them clean because this is the way they were dumped here with all these fines in them. And I just think that we got a trashy load of river rock.
I'm going to point out that the top of the pile where water has washed them is much cleaner.
She did wake up this morning saying that her back hurt, but it's kind of her own fault for not avoiding me.
So much sympathy.
That's not sympathy, that's tension. You can slow down a little bit. Any words before we cut to the next segment?
Water. Wash your rocks. Don't sieve them.
I'd say you are 1/10 done. All right, we've switched jobs here. All right, guys, this is where you can weigh in. You see how much work this is? There's a lot of trash at the bottom of the pile. Would you go through this trouble to salvage the river rock, or would you just buy another load?
Or would you wash it to make it easier? Just saying.
We're not talking about washing right now, Deb.
We should be. Shouldn't we be talking about washing? You comment below. Don't you think the water method is something you should have tried at least?
That's a good question, Deb. Where are we going to put all this rock?
He likes to move piles.
We're going to put it over here on top of that landscape cloth. That way, next time you have a project for me, we'll have some clean rock. Because you're good at inventing projects.
Oh, yeah, that's me. I'm an inventor of projects.
That's the way your wife is.
I don't.
Gives you so many things to do, you just can't even keep track of them.
I don't know projects.
It's no wonder we have tension. Your wish is my command, Deb.
When I ask for something and he says no, I'm going to say, oh, but wait.
Well,
I have this.
This is a limited time offer. I know this. I know old Snobble would be firing you if you were on Gold Rush.
Well, see, I can't use my right hand because my right hand has holy gloves. Oh. So I got to use my left hand because...
Let me go get the girl some better gloves.
I was given subpar equipment to do this job. I mean, like, look, fingers. Screed, these little screens will catch you and cut you.
Such a great husband. I gave her my glove. How come you don't like my glove?
Well, I'm grateful for it not having holes, but it's very sweaty.
That's true love right there.
That I'm wearing it or that you gave it to me?
Both.
All that for one bucket.
Look at them clean rocks. I ain't gonna lie, there's way more rocks than I thought there was there. At the beginning of the video, I asked, do you ever put aside those little small jobs and never get to them? But this is gonna take us longer than I thought.
I think everything takes longer than you think. Every project.
You are not wrong.
I think this is ridiculous.
Yeah?
I really do. I think there's got to be a better way to do this.
Think about it this way. After we're done and we put them over there.
And they'll sit there for 2 years. And the bottom of them will get dirty again because the landscape cloth will deteriorate. And we'll be moving this pile again in 2 years.
I'm gonna go on record right now that we are not moving this pile again. The next time these rocks get moved, they're gonna go into a project.
I don't think people would throw these rocks out.
Yeah? But
I think people would use them and then let rain wash them where they're at. Is that what you would do? Would you go ahead and use these where you needed it and think, oh, the rain will wash them clean once I lay them in a thin layer? I'm gonna guess yes, right?
load number 2.
I'm gonna go dump the summit, and that's how much dirt we've gotten out of those rocks. Okay, wait, do you see what the man's doing? So we just spent 30 minutes shifting and shoveling these rocks and moving them for him to take the dirt and put over the rocks that he will eventually want clean. Do you see the irony in that? Is it just me?
Saw Deb talking to the camera while I was on the tractor, so I couldn't hear her. So I guess I'll see when we edit it what she had to say. Let me guess though, because I really didn't hear her. I guess she was saying something like, maybe we could do this with the tractor. We wouldn't have to use shovels. I bet she said something like that. That's what I'm guessing.
Nope.
Nope. Apparently I'm wrong. How does that saying go? I once thought I was wrong, but I was mistaken. You like that one, don't you, Deb?
Yeah.
I can tell you 2 things I was wrong about in this video. One is how long this would take, because I thought it would be a quick job. And 2 is how many rocks we had. I didn't think we had this many rocks.
So you're saying you were wrong about the size of something. I think I get wife of the quarter at least. Because not only back, blister, I've not eaten since yesterday.
You what?
I've not eaten since yesterday, so I'm hungry.
Well, that's her own fault, because I got up this morning and I made a sausage biscuit, and I would have made her one, but she don't eat sausage biscuit. So you can feel sorry for Deb for a lot of things, but not because she didn't eat today.
But it's true. It's true.
That's on her.
Well, had Deb known she was going to eat Shanghai, she'd have pulled her hair up and she'd have ate something. Just saying. Wife of the quarter. That's all I'm asking for, wife of the quarter. So husbands, I must ask you, if you told your wife, hey, honey, we're going to shovel rocks and sift the dirt out of them and just move them 20 feet over. Come on and help me. Would your wife tell you to, no? Would your wife put on sweaty holy gloves and help?
Mama said there'd be days like this.
My mama never said there'd be days like this, ever.
Think your mom ever screeded rocks?
I promise you my mother never screeded rocks. My mother never shoveled rocks.
How can you say hardworking and you've never shoveled?
My mother works hard at everything in life.
I think we need to get her on here shoveling.
You don't have to be shoveling rock to be hardworking. I tell you this, if my mother could shovel rock, she would. One year, I went to visit my parents, and they live in Texas, and they had a piece of fence that needed replacing, and my mom, God love her, bad feet and hips and knees, and my mom and I, just the 2 of us girls, because my dad was recovering from surgery, my mom and I fixed a privacy fence. And she's not opposed to physical labor. She's just never shoveled and screeded rock, which I'm guessing most people have not. Huh. I guess most people have not ever shoveled and screeded rocks.
You haven't lived if you haven't done this. If you haven't screeded rocks to save 150 bucks.
No, it's not even to save 150 bucks.
Then you haven't
because
lived.
They're still,
then
still
what have you even done with your life?
It's still usable. Dirty rocks are still usable. You just let rainwater clean them.
I don't guess we covered why we're cleaning them, and it's because if you use them for a French drain and they got all this sand and those little particles in them, then they'll clog up the holes in the drain pipe. Otherwise, you could just use them, you know, for decoration, you could use them. Cleanest rocks in the land. Did you say? You thought the camera was off?
The camera's off. And I mumbled, this is so stupid. but I say it to him too, so. And 3 buckets.
So how you feeling, Deb? You went and got something to eat and drink? I did that bucket by myself, all by myself. Probably bucket number 4 and a little piece of one, and we'll be done. So back to what she said off camera, that this is stupid. Then she said, I would have told him that, but you didn't tell me that.
Oh, I would have told you on the way home that I feel like this is ridiculous. But this is a good time to say, I've not made it hidden that I don't agree with this process. I just think that there could have been an easier way to do it. And I also think that doing it now just seems kind of silly. But it's what you do, right? I mean, you support your significant other, and that's what we do. We work together and we support each other, whether we agree with it or not. And I don't normally fuss about projects or anything, but I just kind of feel like this was kind of not needed right now. That's all. Just saying. Just saying.
But the next time you drive up here, because we've been driving around this for several years, literally 2 years, maybe 3 years, we've been driving around this pile. And now when we come in, we're going to have a nice clean driveway all the way to the back house.
But you know what I'm going to see? Every time we drive in, I'm going to see the pile right there.
Yeah?
And that's going to bug me more than the pile right here.
Oh, the new pile? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then you can look at that new pile and think of all the possibilities.
No, I'll look at that new pile and be like, well, that's just right there in the way where all the pretty gravel is. And it's nice and flat. Now we have this mound. That'll bug me more than they did right there.
Video may never, ever get published. A maniac. You're a maniac, I tell you. You're not on a zero turn. You're on a rock screed. Slow down.
I just want to be done.
These sure are some pretty rocks, though. You want to tell them about my pretty paintbrush? This would be a good time. That's a good segue.
They're going to want to talk about the pretty.
Deb and I have we've remodeled 2 condos. We've remodeled her house before we got married. I came across a style or a brand of brush called Purdy, P-U-R-D-Y. Really, really good brush. And, you know, a brush makes a painter. I don't know if we were married yet or not.
We weren't.
But
it was probably one of the first projects that we had done together,
okay.
Honestly.
We were doing something together. We were painting something together. And I handed her this Purdy brush. And I said, here you go. You want to use my Purdy brush? And what did you say, Deb?
I said, well, it's nice, but I don't know if I'd call it Purdy.
That is no lie. The things I put up with.
Oh, true story.
And ladies, that's how you get to screeding rocks. When you don't know about your paintbrushes.
I think even if I'd have known about my paintbrushes, I'd still be screeding rocks. Load number, we're still not done yet.
We're down to definitely the last bucket, and these are actually the bigger rocks from the top of the pile, and they cascade down pretty nice. The dirt's looser, and it's also drier because the sun's been out for a while now.
Yeah, they need a lot less manipulation.
Actually, we're going to have Deb wash rocks at the end with a hose just to make her happy on the new pile, so they'll be nice and clean looking.
Nope, the rain will do that.
Come on, you know you want to wash them.
I wanted to wash them when they were dirty and save this.
Then we'd be working in the mud.
And there you have it, folks. The end of our rock project for today. Thanks for watching. We hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed, and fantastic week. Be kind, and as Brad would say, tractor hard.
Take care, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.